Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you'd like a personal read, check out the description below. And I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. So it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? All are welcome on this channel and all contributions are highly appreciated, okay? Hope you all are doing wonderful. Thank you for your kindness and your support. First card that I have here, collective, is the Strength card. So you could have Leo placement somewhere in your chart, but this Strength card here, as you see the pictures in the background, there's a seasoned woman here holding a small child on her lap. So this card here could represent possibly maybe you're doing some reminiscing. Maybe you're thinking about your grandparents. They could be on your mind. These could be, grandparents that has transitioned and passed on. And they could be on your mind, but you're having positive thoughts, You're reminiscing on maybe when you were a small child, the good times that you had with your grandparents. You could be someone who's very close or was very close when they were alive. You could be someone who spent a lot of time with your grandparents, maybe whether this is going to church with them, staying at their house, visiting them, just doing things with them as a small child. And I'm picking up on the energy of someone reminiscing on that energy there, okay? Lots of positive energy, loving, just memorable energy, but it's positive energy. It's not sad. It's not depression. It's not, you understand that they are, no longer here, but you understand that they're here in spirit as well, okay? The next card we have here is Justice, okay? You could have Libra placement somewhere in your chart. So you could feel that, the matriarch of the family, the one that has transitioned, you could feel that maybe your relationship, out of all the people in your family, maybe you were so close to your grandparents, whether this was your grandmother, grandfather, one or the other or both, maybe you felt that your connection with them, or when you communicated with them when they were alive, or they may be still alive, okay? But for those who have grandparents who have transitioned, you may think about how much they brought balance into your life, Spirit is saying, okay? I'm hearing someone say they were the light of my life, okay? And so when you think of them, you have a lot of sweet memories, memories that bring you to tears, but also leaves you with a delightful, pleasant smile on your face as well as in your heart, okay? Lots of loving energy here, okay? The next card we have here is the Fool card. And so with the Fool card here, this is having courage. This is being courageous. So the ancestors are saying for you, you are still here in the land of the living. You are still here on this realm on planet Earth. And so your ancestors are saying to you, collective, that they love that you, keep them, in your heart and you have fond memories. But they want you to live your life and be courageous. They want you to be brave and take those leaps of faith that you've been wanting to take. There's someone that is watching this video or that will see this video who's been indecisive about making a decision regarding their career or something in your life. This could be something regarding your relationship. This could be relocating. And so your ancestors are saying that you do not have to think so long on every decision. They want you to follow your heart and be honest with yourself. It's something about just being honest with yourself, really. And when I say being honest, they're speaking of sitting by yourself and just being honest and saying to yourself, what is it that I want? Whether this is relocating, making a decision about a job, whether you're going to get married, expand your family. This could be anything. So there's a need. There's someone with this Libra energy out here who could be indecisive about some kind of decision that you've been wanting to make, but you're finding it difficult to come to a finalization of which way that you're going to go. Okay. And so they're just saying for you to be honest with yourself. Only you know the life that you desire. No one can tell you, or, they can offer you advice or give you inspiration, but only you know what you really desire and what it is that you really want. Okay. The next card we have here is the Three of Pentacles, and they're also saying the ancestors are coming through very strong at this time. Also, be mindful of making sure that you're gathering with like-minded energy. They're saying that you do have a choice, and be sure that you're gathering with like-minded energy. Okay. And there's no need for you to feel afraid. They want you to be brave. You don't have to be afraid that you're going to make the wrong decision. It's okay to make mistakes. This is your life, and they want you to make your own choices. Okay. Now I'm hearing you choose. They want you to choose, collective. Okay. Because this is not a competition with the Five of Wands. This is not a competition, though there are people who may be among you, who may want to compete, but that's not your nature. That's not who you are. There's no reason to compete because no two humans can compare because we all are uniquely, individually, divinely created. So there's no reason or need to compete. So they want you to just stand in your truth when making decisions as you move forward in life. And don't be afraid to be courageous, okay? You are being loved and supported. Your ancestors want you to know. And they just want you to embrace every moment, okay? Don't allow the circumstances that are projected and forced upon human beings to keep you in the energy of anxiety or frustration. They do not want you living your life being under pressure and stress each and every day. We can only do the best we can do and surrender the rest. That applies to everyone. Okay? And so the next card we have here is the Eight of Cups. So yes, they're saying anything that does not serve you for your highest good, and only once again, you know what these things are. So they want you to trust yourself because they have me repeating that you know the answer, only you know. So they want you to trust in yourself. You are enough. You are enough. You are smart. You are wise. You are intelligent. And you are enough when it comes to making decisions in your life, even permanent decisions. There's a stop being afraid that you're going to mess up. That's for somebody. Someone is anxious or nervous that they're going to mess something up, whatever this something is. They're saying stop being afraid. Be brave and be courageous. Okay? All right. Because when they were here on planet Earth, once they've transitioned, they get a view and they also get an understanding of certain, things that they may have missed or looked over, and they may have missed or mistakes that they feel they have made. And one mistake that they feel that they've made is that they didn't take the time to appreciate and enjoy life, even when you wake up and you don't feel your best. No one's life is perfect, collective. But with this 10 of Wands here, as you see, this person's hands is full. So this is an overwhelming situation. This is an energy of being exhausted. And the ancestors are saying, don't allow yourself to be stressed or exhausted. Stay present, collective. Stay present. Stay grateful and be patient with yourself and those whom you love that are around you. Okay? They're saying that when they were here, they were too hyper focused on things that were out of their control instead of focusing on enjoying the moment and the journey of each day that they were giving. So that's the mistake that they made. You can only do what you can do, they're saying. no matter what it is. And you must, no matter what comes up. And we will be challenged. Each and every one of us here on planet Earth, there will be times we will be challenged. We will be in situations, but it's only to make us stronger, to make us wiser, so that we can move on to the next level. Don't forget to have fun. Yeah, someone's very worried with the Nine of Swords. Someone is very stressed and overwhelmed. They're saying whatever this is, you have to let it go and let it flow. Do not let the aggravation of material things or what you do have or what you don't have. Be grateful for whatever is given, for what's around you. And hold on. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone, they're saying. So embrace the moment. Embrace the moment, collective. And with the Ten of Pentacles, they want you, to gather, with like-minded energy, as they were saying with the Three of Pentacles and the 10. They want you to gather with like-minded energy, people who have things in common with you. They're saying that it's not that difficult. Now, the message is for somebody, you could have a stress-free life if you could just remind yourself, if someone isn't for you, accept what they're showing you. If someone isn't for you, accept what they are showing you, collective. So with the Three of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles, there is someone who is wondering, why is it that they don't have harmony in their lives or in their relationships? More cohesiveness. This could be romantically. This could be amongst you and family. This could be maybe with a friend or an associate. And they're saying for you to stop blaming yourself for everything. When something does not go your way, to stop blaming yourself. Now I'm hearing, oh, well. So they want you to be like, oh, well, if something's not working, oh, well. That doesn't mean that you don't care. That means they want you to be in the energy of letting things just simply flow. What isn't for you, letting it flow. People, places, and things, having no comment and no stressing or worrying about it either. And they're saying that this is not an easy task. This message that they are conveying, it takes time, but they want you to begin in this moment to just enjoy life and trust that you'll always be provided for. Yeah, someone's very concerned about being provided for. And so we have the Three of Pentacles, and now we have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Pentacles, they want you to gather with like-minded energy when it comes to you wanting to build or maybe partner with someone, whether this is a business partnership or you want someone to invest in an idea, or be mindful of who you're sharing your information with as well. Make sure these or this person is someone who is also in the energy of working on progress in their life, okay? It doesn't have to be exactly what you're doing, but make sure you're around your vibe and you're dealing with your tribe. The next card we have here is the Three of Cups, okay? And so the Three of Cups is, having, the energy, the abundance, and the connections in your life. This energy here is representing you having the connections in your life with the Three of Pentacles and Cups that is going to bring you prosperity, that's going to assist you in co-creating with the universe and being successful and being able to live a life of security, as well as having the option for leisure activity, having the option to be able to travel as well, okay? Someone could be possibly saving for a trip at this time. And they're just saying for you to just be mindful of who you are gathering with. Make sure the people in your life are building and developing themselves as well. They don't have to be doing what you're doing, but make sure that they're working on progress as well. That's for someone specifically there. Yes, they want you to come out of the phase with the Seven of Swords of feeling like you have to protect, like you have to be on guard. As you see, this person has a hat covering their face. Maybe you're always on guard. Maybe possibly because some things you went through in the past, so you keep your swords. You wish a ninja would type energy, and it's from past experiences. But those experiences is gone. Those situations are behind you now. Yes, they did occur. That's why these swords are here in this picture. And you have your guard up, whomever you are. But they want you to be mindful of allowing yourself to have that guard up sometimes too high, and so much so that you may miss out on a situation or an opportunity. Okay. Now they're saying use your discernment. There's a need for you to use your discernment. It is not that difficult. You will persevere with the Nine of Wands. You will make it through. You will persevere. These stacks of papers looks like a lot for one person to get through. And then it has a calendar and a clock, which is something, when you focus on timing, which is something that can keep a person in the energy of being anxious or full of anxiety or feeling that they won't be able to meet a particular deadline. But the truth is, it's, time is really an illusion. And for you to be mindful, they want you to take care of your business and put first things first. But don't go into the stinking thinking immediately, such as if this was you in the here in the picture and you receive a stack of papers. I've already got work, instead of saying I've already got work, just simply sit down, have a seat, and begin to process and get the work done instead of focusing on time. So there's a need for you to be mindful of where you put your focus and your attention whenever you have work to do, a project to do, anything that has to be completed with a particular deadline. They want you not to dwell so much on the timing. It's putting you in the energy of stress, okay? And your health is your wealth, okay? Yeah, someone is very worried about finances. God will provide for you with the Four of Pentacles, okay? Maybe you have been doing what you can, but they're saying this is all just a lesson to be learned. Find ways to continue to find ways if you are working on that to save money or to circulate less, to spend less. Be mindful of what's going in and out of your home. And at this time, if you feel like you're in a financial restraint, that is the time when you only do what's necessary, collective. If you're worried about your finances, okay, this could be a situation for someone, and that is nothing to be ashamed of. They're saying do what is necessary only. You have to prioritize. If you're someone who's likely to, oh, it's the weekend, I got to go out, I got to turn up. Well, if there's a financial problem going on, and you're concerned maybe with some bills getting paid and it's overwhelming you and it's stressing you, well, this is the time where you decline from going out and spending money that you feel that can be utilized in other places. And it's not a difficult thing. When you choose to make wise choices and gain a better relationship and understanding with how to circulate your currency, that you have. That's a way to magnetize more positive energy towards you when it comes to your finances. This could be something as simple as discounts. Okay, finding things on sale, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a large purchase or a small purchase, and also receiving unexpected blessings and favor in your life. Okay, but you have to work on having a better relationship with what you have when it comes to your finances. If you're someone to complain and be in this energy of being stressed and worried and feeling like you have to have a closed fist and hold on, but you're not willing to change a habit or two to increase what you have, well, that's going to keep you on that karmic cycle of not having a positive rapport when it comes to your currency. And that's going to magnetize more negative energy, more lack mentality to you. And that's something that you don't want, because that can drain you and make you feel depleted while you're here on planet Earth. And they want you to be free. This is what the ancestor message is. They want you to be free and live your life. They don't want you overthinking situations when they arrive and spending too much time, being indecisive or being in fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. They want you to not feed the fears and surrender that, okay? They want you not to make mistakes that they have made. They want you to live your life. Do what makes you happy, but be honest with yourself. They're saying that's all it takes is being honest, and you are being given the information. You have been enlightened, and they're saying that you know the answers to anything that you're dealing with in this moment at this time. But are you willing to make the changes that are required? If it means you have to let your friends know you can't go out with them this weekend and blow a couple of $100, doesn't matter even if it's $50, because that money, whatever amount it is, it can be put to the side and saved. So you don't have to be in the energy of lack, of feeling you have to hold on and you don't know, where the next dollar is coming from. So be mindful of overspending or overindulging in particular things. You could be someone, a good example, who likes Starbucks. Maybe you want your Starbucks every morning. There are people who actually every morning must have a cup, okay? I don't like their coffee myself, but either way, but either way, a good example is of that. Instead of every morning going to Starbucks, maybe you want to buy coffee to have at home and make your own cup. And you can go to Starbucks, but just not 7 days a week. How about once a week? You treat yourself to a cup of coffee, and the other 6 days you take that money that you would have spent and put it to the side. And with repetition, every dollar, penny, nickel counts. Doesn't matter who you are, what your tax bracket is, where you work, whatever. Every penny counts. Every dollar counts when it comes to saving. So so they're saying be honest with yourself, and you already have the solution, collective. You already have the solution. You're very smart, you're very wise, and the ancestors are saying they want you to be happy. They don't want you full of stress. And when they were here, that's the mistake that they made. To just let it flow, let it go, because things will arrive. There are things that are in your control and out of your control. But in the meantime, in between time, you can't spend every day being hyper focused on what's going to happen, how I'm going to do this. No, do what you can and let go and move on to the next and move on to the next. And 9 times out of 10, you end up landing on your feet anyway. When you operate out of that energy, I'm gonna do what I can and I'm gonna give it to God. I'm gonna let it go, and then it turns out all right. And then you look, you be so excited and glad. I'm so glad I kept the faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. Look, she's falling backwards. Look, dress up in the air. Look, the little bird, like, I'm gonna cover up your underwear. I know you got them flowery blooms on, but she does not care. She's free falling. I'm free falling. She got a smile on her face because she trusts and knows that source is with her, that the ancestors are with her, trusting and knowing that whatever happened is happening for her highest good, male or female. That's what this energy is depicting for this read. This is courage. This is having faith, taking leaps of faith, not being afraid. How do you think people become successful and do those fabulous, awesome things, and those stories that you hear? They're not fake. They're real. It comes from having faith. It comes from believing in yourself. It comes from trusting the process. Like this person is falling backwards. She's falling from somewhere, off a cliff, off a roof. We see clouds, we see the sky, and she's smiling. Like, woohoo! I know I'm gonna land somewhere. Woohoo! And the little bird, like, well, meanwhile, I got your dress, okay? So So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good. Keep the faith.